Ooh, that's some. They're going to the tentacle porn planet or something like
Yeah,
that. What's going on
sick.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I'm over here at Casa de Tank Top hanging out with my very good friends, Dustin and Morgan Drace, over there at the Dojo Drace. How you doing over there, Draces?
Man, I'm excited. I need more Marvel movies in my life.
Do you?
Really? Really? Is that right? We had like 4 of them last year.
Dustin
Like, you know what I
is
mean?
a
Like,
Marvel girl, though.
we're talking about Marvel movies because there's the newest one that's coming out in February. In about a month's time or so is Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. They just dropped a second trailer. We've done the first one. They're doing the second one. I'm imagining that we are getting a lot of Kang, the Conqueror, in this.
Yeah, I think we're finally going to see the next phase. I think that's my problem with the last couple is that they were like, we're kind of done with everything.
To varying degrees of success, I'd say. But like, I think that I will say Josh Brolin was a really great rendition of Thanos, right? But we kind of only got like 1.5 movies with him, and they were the big movies where we got to kind of say everything about him. I like the fact that he's going to be like the big bad in the next big team up movie. I like that we get I hope we get a lot of Jonathan Majors, because I think that Jonathan Majors is a fucking fantastic fucking performer, and I look forward to seeing what he can do with King. I feel like they're going to highlight him a lot more in this trailer.
Because we haven't met actual King the Conqueror villain. We had a soft launch.
Yeah.
Like a villain soft launch.
It was a soft boy Kang, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And so I think this will be interesting. I think that we can talk a little bit more extensively about it once we see what this thing has. You guys want to get some eyeballs on it? Hell yeah. All right. So if you guys want to keep up with all of our Marvel content, and like whatever it happens to be, whether it's a TV show, movie, like whatever, what have you, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff like that over there, over here on our Patreon. Hit us up on our Patreon. But if you can't do that, hit us with a like and subscribe, and that'll keep you abreast as to all the stuff that we're going to be doing in 2023 that is Marvel and everything like that. So anyway, let's get going with this here deal. Cities. Handsome older guy. Here we go.
Red carpets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that.
Can't lose the daughter again.
I'm the man.
Damn.
Who will give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
Interesting.
It can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
Oh shit.
Trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Ooh, that's some. They're going to the tentacle porn planet or something like
Yeah,
that. What's going on
sick.
over there?
You will bring me what I need. Or everything you call life will end.
It's still so crazy that Michael Douglas is in this.
Right.
It's like,
Dynasty. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, he turned into Reed Richards there
Yeah.
for a minute.
oh, Modok!
Whoa, we got a Modok. Oh shit.
Shit! I wasn't expecting that to show up.
Well,
I knew he was in it, but I didn't
Right.
expect to see it.
Ooh.
Just have to lose.
Ooh.
Whoa. Ah, all right. I'll tell you this. Maybe it's very similar to the third Thor movie, because I've liked all the Ant-Man movies. They've been a good time. You know what I mean? I think I like the first one better than the second one.
Yeah.
Never had a particularly strong villain though.
Right.
And maybe that's a little thing of what. Maybe it's something that those movies really needed or something like that. Like somebody like Kang being so brutal and so uncompromising and so whatever, going up against Scott Lang, who's like a plucky kind of type of guy. You know, it's a good contrast, is what I mean to say. So, what'd you guys think?
I'm excited.
Looks cool. Modok was wild. I didn't expect to see that.
I didn't expect to see that.
I don't even know what that is.
Isn't Patton Oswalt playing him?
No, he was the one in the cartoon.
Okay, that's right. Okay, my bad. It looks like he's giving him the business. Like it looks like they're kind of giving Scott a bit of like a Spider-Man, like you got to dig deep moment, like, you know, because I don't really remember like a lot of like bloody brows and lips and him getting really fucked up in any of those movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, or at least I don't remember. I remember like them rightfully, I think, playing along with some fun stuff, like with the Thomas the Tank Engine bit and like kind of, and that whole thing. A brilliant way to do it, how you should do the first one. But I think it'll be interesting to see if they really want to, I don't know, they're giving him the big, the bad guy in the team up in the team up movie. They're giving him Loki, you know, to be the first one.
Is Marvel bucking the sequel trend? Because normally, like, and we've talked about this a lot, where like I love sequels. Sequels are always my favorite, and then the third one's always shit the bed. You know, it's always like, oh, we're gonna go back to the Old West. You're like, what the fuck? Like, no, like, don't go to the Old West. Right. Like, we went to the future and it was sick. You know, like. Turtles in Time, not great.
They'll be okay, but it won't be.
There's not as good as the second one.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You know, like we got Secret of the Ooze. Like we can't get past that. You know,
can't get past that. You got Turtles in Time waiting for you. That shit sandwich
just right there behind you. And you're like, oh, Turtles in Time.
But but I feel what you mean. I know what you mean.
But like the third Thor was like, oh wait, what?
Yeah,
And then then we got a fourth Thor.
Yeah, right. I think maybe it's the even numbered ones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
exactly. That's all we get.
Maybe it's an even numbered problem. So who knows? I mean, I think it could be. I think that it. I think it's one of those things where you're just and this does look very. It looks very Guardians. It looks very trippy.
Yeah,
like it's very colorful. Like I think they're going to be hanging out in like alien bars. I remember that from like the first one. Like it's very. Like they're ginning up the kind of weird kookiness of it by being in the quantum realm and it being kind of like a weird sort of thing and it kind of tying in that way. I think that because I do think that kind of like I'm a little guy and we're turning big things small and small things big. You know, like I think that's kind of it's kind of run its course, at least like within the world that we know it, and you got to kind of bring it to a kookier place. And I think that seems like what they're doing here. Almost all of the fucking like voiceover dialogue was Kang. So and they very pointedly said like the start of a new dynasty, and the name of the next one is going to be the Kang dynasty. So I think that they're all in on they're all in on this idea of really building him up, which I think is smart. And it seems like they're going to be pals, at least initially.
Oh, for sure. He's going to trust him, and then he just. I think it'll be a turn for sure.
Yeah, right. Which I think is good because we've seen it because we've covered it on the channel before. But I thought he was a revelation in Lovecraft country.
Oh my god!
As far as being able to kind of to pivot between like somebody that you like and then maybe somebody that you like not doing a thing that's very chill. You know what I mean? And then but still being able to be captivating and interesting and engaging and shit like that. And I think that. I don't know. It seems like usually when you give him the floor, he can like he'll be able to kind of like he answers the call and he's able to kind of deliver like when that moment needs to happen. You know,
this is the one I'm the most excited about like for this year. I think this movie is going to be like the movie. Guardians will be fun, but it's because they're like kind of putting a button on it. I just don't know that it's going to matter as much. It's just going to kind of.
You want to see where they're going, not like.
Yeah, I don't want to.
They're on the ending arch.
Yeah.
They're wrapping it up, whereas this is literally a springboard for this entire new phase that's going to be going on for the next like 3 to 2 to 3 years or something like that.
Yeah,
like.
and we've been setting up all like the Thunderbolt shit, so I think that'll be kind of fun to see where that comes like later. That's coming, springing out of like all of the extended Disney universe, show universe. So I'm excited for like this is like one of the like last holdouts that's still tied to the old like Russo brothers shit.
This and Guardians kind of. I do like the idea of like addressing at least a little bit, because they kind of have always like they will go in just enough to kind of be interesting with the snap, with the blip, with with the fact that, and I think that this and Guardians 3 will tackle that in a different. We'll tackle that in a different way, where it's like. Because he had it was probably a moment that they really highlighted with him when he comes in and his daughter is just fucking grown. I mean, like, is a different person, and a different person also within the fact of somebody. It's not like you hit the pause button. This is a person that thought that that their dad had died tragically, disappeared, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's that fundamentally changes and rewires it, especially when you're as young as Cassie probably was when that happened. And
then she meets him as like, she actually like, oh, you are kind of an asshole. If you're a baby and your parent dies, you like have them on a pedestal.
Right.
Like, my dad was the freaking best. Like, he was magic. He did all this shit. And then he comes back like having the actual living parent. It's very hard to live up to that.
Sure. Yeah, you want to have
the
like
legend of you.
That Pete Davidson, like, it's like, I want you to tell me stories about doing coke with him and being late and going crazy, or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Maybe she's talking to Lawrence Fishburne's character.
Yes.
Like, tell me about doing blow with fucking Scott Lang or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, that would be hilarious if they actually like just banging rails, like, or whatever it is with Scott Lang. Like, with that could be pretty great.
Coked up Antman. I don't know.
I like that aspect of it too. I think that as far as like us, the third one, like, I think a decent third one, or at least one that I think is maybe the most emotionally satisfying, is, I don't think it's the best movie. But what was it? Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is more of a character study to the Jim Connery and shit. And we get to kind of know the guy a little bit more. And I hope that that's a little bit of what they try to focus on with this. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be, because there's kind of not as much, you go to a kooky place and whatever it is, but like, I don't know, Ant-Man's not going to like level up. Like, I can become bigger, and from the comic, and or littler or whatever it is. Like, from the comics, I can't quite remember if there's any other like kind of crazy ability that it develops, but I'm almost not even interested in anything like that. I'm more interested in that, in the story that we've been kind of talking about like, oh, like, I have to get to know you again now that we've actually had some time to chill and shit like that, and stuff.
Yeah, and I feel kind of bad for Evangeline Lilly, because it's like so hard to find room for her character when you've got Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas.
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer is so like.
And
amazing.
And honestly, in the pantheon of the Marvel universe, like, Janet is way fucking more interesting. Like, way more interesting. And
as far as like a backstory and how she relates to the story,
was much more interesting and integral to like the Avengers, and was like, like a founding Avenger, and was like had some like gnarly ass stories throughout the years, and like, I don't know.
The on screen, it's like
on screen we're just like, oh, you've been trapped in the quantum realm. Cool.
Right.
Hi.
Totally.
Hi,
a little bit.
Hi, Catwoman. How you doing? It's
for
like,
sure.
welcome.
I mean, like, so I think that hopefully, like, I like the idea of, but I don't know if I
don't think we're getting it. I don't think we're getting a ton of it.
I don't know how much they could give us. Because I do like the idea of kind of cornering all of them off, sticking them in a van and on a weird vacation and having a pressure cooker of that stuff. But also, this is the Marvel machine. We need to have an action beat every 20 fucking minutes or something.
Yeah.
And so, and not to say that I don't think that you can make a good movie and tackle some of that stuff within it, but I hope that is at the forefront of what they, like, of what they're trying to do with the movie and shit like that. I mean, I think that, and then this guy who probably says that like I can fix all that shit, like all the stuff that's fucked with you and your daughter, and how she's clearly he was getting her out of prison, I think, like or she was locked up or something like that or whatever. So she's like the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree as far as like
she's scamming,
criming and scamming and all that kind of shit and everything. So. You know, and
what if he was actually talking to Michael Douglas and he's like, listen, like I can give you more time so you can go back and bang your super hot ass wife.
Imagine being
have you seen,
being the same
have you seen her?
The same age as your wife.
Yeah. Imagine.
Oh my God. It's like no, I think yeah, I mean, yeah, it's possible. But I do think that I don't know, I hope that that they lean on the character stuff with him, because that's been another kind of weird thing about oh Christ, I always seem to forget his name when I'm doing a video, but what's it? He plays Scott. He plays Antman. What's his name again?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah, Paul Rudd. I always in these movies in particular, because like you put him in all these other movies, he's just got like such a great crackling kind of interesting, fun energy about him, and I felt like it's kind of been slightly rendered inert in the first two. Like he's good, but he's not, for some reason he's not quite the belle of the ball that I was expecting him to possibly be. I mean, I think that he's done a good job, like, but I don't think, but then like you put him in like fucking Civil War and he's going like, you're Captain America, like, you know, like
I'm shaking your hand too long. Wow, this is awesome. Captain America. I know you too. You're great.
Like he's
like doing the thing,
and then all of a sudden it kind of works. You know what I mean? Like, and I also think that like the Russo brothers just kind of know how to handle that type of shit a little bit better than some of the other filmmakers that they've had. I still lament the fact that we never got to see an Edgar Wright directed Ant-Man movie. Like he was originally supposed to do the first one, and I think it could have been really good. And you can actually. He got out. He was one of He was one of the many replacements, but you can kind of see. In that first one, you can see some stuff like this. I can see his fingerprints all over it. But again, it's it's like you want your sushi to be made like by a fucking crazy old like Japanese man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of like, and it's just missing that one little bit of zhuzh or whatever it is that he could have brought to it. But maybe they'll be able to do it here. Maybe just the new setting and kind of the new character dynamics, they can kind of make it work and shit like that, or at least have enough things for him to play off of. So it looks fun. I mean, we go see him every time and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
what are we gonna not go see him?
Yeah, right.
Marvel knows. They're like, "Were you gonna not watch this?"
I will sit them out. I still haven't seen Eternals. I still haven't.
That's true.
You know, like I
so
will
lucky.
sit stuff
come
out.
on.
Like
It's not that bad.
Like
I mean, there is that really long like ass slapping sex scene on the beach on some rocks,
one, right? Like listen, we're
frontal.
slapping
full
asses.
frontal.
Yeah, it's like full insertion, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
We're showing it.
right? Yeah, just,
Marvel's like, this is phase 5,
Right.
full insertion, and we're
like
showing
like
it.
what happens when it's like when you throw an Ant-Man down a hallway, or whatever it is. Now they're like the
Jon Snow just over there cucked watching the whole thing. It's just
and absolutely, absolutely. We're in the quantum realm, man. Nothing like it's all everything's on the table. Like like the
you're in the quantum realm now, bitch.
Quantum now, boy. Like but I think that as long as they do that, and also like it's been a minute since an Ant-Man movie. It's been a minute since like kind of one of the. I mean, other than Thor, I suppose, but I don't know.
It just didn't feel like.
There was something so off about that movie. I don't know what the fuck it was. I really don't. Like I don't know what was happening with that. But
you know what? I think it felt like phoned in. Thor.
A little bit.
It was just like it was fine. It was a movie, but it felt like it was just kind of like
I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because it maybe it's because it just did not stand. The third one was I think it's better. I think it's better written. I think it's funnier. I think everything like that. But I think it also because like it was because it was standing into such contrast by the preceding Thor movie. I think that could possibly be, and like this one seems like a little bit more of a departure. It's definitely doing something way different. And so maybe in that respect, they can stand apart enough, and it can feel kind of brand new again and shit like that. And we can, and you know, so I don't know. It looks cool though. We'll definitely be checking it out. Come in the next month or so. And if you guys want to make sure that you guys check all of the rest of our Marvel coverage, you can do that by hitting that like and that subscribe and keeping it over here. Hit the bell thing, all that good stuff. People keep saying, like, I never see you. Like, I hit the bell thing, I hit the notification thing, and I don't see you. So you got to really take a look, because I don't know, you know, YouTube's been on some fuck shit lately.
YouTube's
or whatever
doing some shit.
You got to really work for it over here, and we would deeply appreciate it if you would do so. And if you can't do that, but you also want to get some other early bird access to a bunch of other stuff that we're going to be covering, hit us up on our Patreon. The link's down there in the top end comment or the description below. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us very much, and we'll check y'all later.